Asante sana Mesh Msimbi. We'll keep you updated on this. And Kenyans will now enjoy cheaper electricity bills after Kenya Power announced 13.7% power cost cut starting this month. The utility firm links the drop to the strengthening of the Kenyan shilling against the American dollar, as well as the decline in fuel prices. According to the company, the fuel cost charge and foreign exchange fluctuation adjustment, which comprise the key variable components of the electricity bill, were reduced by 37.3% between March 2024 and April 2024. The fuel cost charge was reduced from 4 shillings in March 2024 to 3 shillings in April, and from high 4.93 in January. On the other hand, the forex adjustment charge was reduced from 3.68 cents in March and 1.6 in April and 6.84 in January. The shilling's strong rally against the dollar has helped lower pump prices by up to 10 shillings a litre, even as Marban crude globally increased, handing Kenyans a reprieve at the pump.
We do have transparency and efficiency during the pricing process, which is what we as EPRA have committed to the Republic of Kenya. The petroleum products are traded in international market, as I said, and we import all our petroleum requirements. Therefore, the trend international prices affects the pump price that we do pay as consumers. The petroleum pricing process has split the supply chain costs into distinct supply nodes comprising of the product cost, primary storage costs, primary transportation costs, secondary storage costs, secondary transportation costs, wholesaling and retailing costs.
The energy regulator used an exchange rate of 133.54 to the dollar against the 148.02 units used last month, but crude prices jumped to $79 per barrel, which is equivalent to 10,557.50 shillings compared to last month's price of $77.68, equivalent to 11,498.19 Kenyan shillings.
The time in November 2023, the exchange rate was 157 shillings and 52 cents against the US dollar. When we do price, we convert that to Kenya shilling, and that high number in terms of the exchange rate, 157 shillings, had a huge impact on the pump price.
A litre of super petrol dropped to 193 shillings and 84 cents from 199 shillings and 15 cents in Nairobi, while that of diesel fell to 180 and 38 cents from 190 and 38 cents in the capital, handing consumers a significant boost in what will also further ease inflation. A litre of kerosene dropped to 170.06 cents, a drop of 18.68 shillings.
Seeing a reduction starting from midnight tonight of 5 shillings and 31 cents for the super petrol grade, 10 shillings for the diesel grade, and 18 shillings and 68 cents for kerosene.
The drop marks the 5th month running where pump prices have dropped, marking a fall of 21.09 cents and 18.54 shillings for a litre of diesel and super petrol respectively in Nairobi between December and Monday.
Miezi chache ama karibu mwaka moja iliyopita, watu walikuwa na wasiwasi mambo yanaenda namna gani, lakini niliwaambia we must make the right decisions. Leo ile bei ya unga ilikuwa 200, saa hii inakaribia 100. Dola ilikuwa imefika 160, saa hii iko hapa 120 something. Na bado mafuta ndio ile ilikuwa pale, mumeona hata leo imeanguka na shilingi 10 just today. Because we are making the right decisions. We are not making popular decisions. And Kenya is going to go forward. Hii Kenya itabadilika tukiona kwa macho yetu.
The shilling has since February strongly gained against the dollar, while global prices of Marban crude remained largely unchanged last month. The two directly impact the cost of refined fuel that Kenya imports, given that the dollar is the internal trading currency of fuel, while EPRA uses Marban crude prices as the benchmark of setting pump prices.
We shall continue to monitor the developments in the international markets, as we said, because the product is a globally traded commodity, and the other macroeconomic factors, particularly the exchange rate, which we have seen has had a significant impact on the cost of the petroleum products in the country and also the cost of electricity. We shall continue to monitor that, but if the trend continues where you have the strengthening of the shilling against the dollar and the good hydrology with the rains that we are seeing, we'll continue to see a reduction in the cost of power as well as the cost of petroleum products.
The price drops are set to further lower inflation, the measure of cost of living, and help the government contain public outrage amid hard economic times facing Kenyans.
The difference when you compare the landed price of petroleum products in its liquefied form as you compared it with the barrel in crude and also with LPG. The prices of LPG, yes, have been on an upward trend, but there are interventions that have been proposed by the government through the LPG growth strategy that will see these numbers come down, particularly when we introduce the open tender system.
Kenyans are currently beset by declining spending power amid heavy taxation that has also hurt sales by companies, highlighting why the big price cuts at the pump offer timely relief to consumers.
Mafuta imeshuka, transport pia naona inapungua. Unajua kitu ambacho kinafanya hizi vitu kupanda ni mafuta. Wakati mafuta inashuka,
mafuta serikali imefanya vizuri kupunguza, lakini ipunguze zaidi. Wananchi wa kawaida sisi tu afford maisha. Tu address afford kama mafuta bado inapanda hivyo. Vile iko hivyo. Wapunguze kabisa, wapunguze shilingi 5 wachatusaidia. Wapunguze zaidi.
Mimi kitu yenye nataka kupongeza serikali ishikilie pale, iteremuke ifike shilingi 100 na tutashukuru serikali kwa kila kitu ambayo inatufanyia.
Inflation stood at 5.7% last month compared to 6.3% in February. Fuel prices are significant in determining the country's inflation.
We take a weighted average of the vessels as they arrive over the month. I know we are seeing an exchange rate of about 127 shillings when the markets closed on Friday. We take an average of the month, and because we price on the cargoes that have arrived between the 9th and the 10th of the preceding month, that is why you can see an exchange rate of about 133 shillings to the dollar.
Kenyans had last year endured the highest pump prices in history as prices breached the 200 shillings mark per litre as the shilling wobbled against the dollar, besides the high prices of crude globally. For Maisha Prime, Maisha Television, I'm Rita Kering Chebet.